My daughter was gifted these beautiful tulips by myself, and she has let them perish in her bedroom. So we are going to try and rescue the bulbs and prepare them for another plant in June, which is next month. This is early May. So I think this is the ideal time to be taking them out of the soil, trying to clean them up a little bit and getting them ready to be replanted. So if I was trying to preserve these bulbs, we would be waiting for the flowers to die off and the entire plant to go brown, which has happened, unfortunately, due to neglect. So you essentially want to be drying out the soil till it's completely dry, which is perfect. That's exactly what's naturally happened up there. And so we want to be taking and removing all the outer skins. So it's sort of, I guess, like an onion, and we have these bulbs left underneath. We're going to be leaving this outer layer on, though, for it to dry out. So essentially we just want to be removing them out of their onion casings, if you like. Then what we have left is a little onion, mini onion looking thing. So we kind of just want to be brushing the excess soil off, making sure any roots or anything are sort of removed. And then I'm just going to put them in a egg carton because we want it to be a nice dry container. You don't want to be using anything plastic because it will retain the moisture. These I think will be a little bit more wicky as well, so they might wick up a little bit of the moisture that might be remaining. We're going to want to dry these off for a few days in a cool, dark spot, definitely not in the sun. Tulips also need a cold period called vernalization to be able to resprout again. And I'm in Queensland, so that's not, it doesn't get cold enough for here to for vernalization to be effective for tulips. So after we've done this, we're going to pop them into the fridge for about 4 weeks. I want to sort of catch the end of the planting season for tulips, which is usually about May, June. So we definitely want to be having them in by then. So we've got a nice sort of a couple of days to be able to get them to dry out. Then we've got 4 weeks, so we should catch sort of mid-June to be able to pop them in the ground and see what happens. And of course, no waste. The pot that they came in, the tulips came in, is going into our lovely compost. These little holes in the egg carton give it perfect ventilation. So mine going in my cupboard under the stairs. Dark, cool and dry. We've taken these babies out from under the stairs. It's been about 4 days actually. I'm so happy with them. They're dry, they're plump, they look great. So we're just going to pop them into a muslin cloth now and pop them into the fridge. I'll tell you a little bit more about the do's and don'ts of popping them in the fridge when I finish wrapping them up. That one's a bit squishy. We're not going to put him in, but one out of all those, I'm really happy with that. You should keep all ripening fruit away from tulip bulbs while they vernalise, especially fruits that produce high amounts of ethylene gas, because ethylene can damage the flower embryo inside the bulb and lead to poor flowering, deformed flowers, blind bulbs, leaves but no flower on the plant. The biggest offenders of fruits to keep away from tulip bulbs in the fridge are apples, bananas, pear, avocado, peaches, nectarines, plums, mango and kiwi fruit. Bananas and apples are especially notorious little ethylene factories. Ideally, we want to put the bulbs in a paper bag, a mesh bag or a breathable container. We want to keep the fridge at about 2 to 8 degrees and store them in the vegetable crisper. We're going to keep them dry, avoid sealed plastic bags because that can cause mold. So if possible, we're going to try and dedicate one whole crisper drawer just to the bulbs during chilling time, 4 to 6 weeks. Bonus tip, don't store bulbs near onions, garlic or potatoes. These can increase the moisture issues and a rot risk. A lot of gardeners joke that the tulips are basically the high maintenance Europeans of the bulb world in Queensland. They need their own little day spa retreat away from the fruit bowl drama. See you in 4 to 6 weeks.